Hey, what's up everyone? My name is Joe and today we're going to have some fun playing Magic. And the fun thing we're doing today is we are going to be playing Azorius Control, but this is a rotation-proof version of the deck. So essentially when Standard rotates in September, you're not going to have to worry about losing any of these cards because they are all going to be in that next Standard as well. So yeah, we're playing Control. We got a bunch of control spells, we got a bunch of draw spells, and we got a bunch of kill or exile spells. That's pretty much what Control is. It's a variety of countering, it's a variety of drawing, and it's a variety of killing. But in a Control deck, you are of course going to need those cards that you want to kind of ramp into. So that's why I got this pile over here. And the big hitter that we want to ramp into the most is going to be Hullbreaker Horror, of course, from Crimson Vow, a super sweet card that can't be countered and has really sweet abilities once you play a spell. We also have Sanctuary Warden. This is just a really sweet, versatile card. It can't be killed very easily because you have the shield counters on it, and you can actually remove those shield counters to draw cards and create little 1/1 chump blockers. And then of course you gotta have the Wandering Emperor in a deck like this. Again, just extremely versatile. It has flash, it has a bunch of really good abilities depending on the situation. We actually have a Lier in here because we're going to be playing a lot of our spells and we're going to want to be bringing it back from the graveyard, especially the draw spells, and of course we are going to have some of the kill spells that we might want to bring back. And then lastly, in the slot of creatures that we're going to want to play is going to be All-Seeing Arbiter. This card is actually really good. It's only a one of in the deck because, you know, we got to have enough creatures to draw into to where we're not just drawing into, oh, there's another counter spell off the top. Oh, there's another kill spell off the top. No, we want to have creatures off the top as well. So that's why this guy is also in there. He helps us draw 2 cards. He also stops the opponent's creatures from being too big. And he's also just a really sweet card overall. That's kind of the gist of the deck. We're just going to be countering spells. We're going to be killing their creatures. We're also going to be drawing cards. And then, of course, eventually getting out our big boys to hopefully end the game, swinging in for a bunch of damage, or just making them concede because of how absurd Hullbreaker Horror is. Alrighty guys, let's just go ahead and hop into some games and play some rotation-proof Azorius Control. Quick little note before we hop into the games is I actually did take out the 2 Fateful Mendings and instead we are running 2 of the Celestus. I actually went in to play a game for the video and I saw this in another player's deck and I was like, why am I not running that? So we went ahead and threw the Celestus in there real quick. Alright, without further ado, let's just go ahead and get into the games. Alrighty, we got the right amount and right colors of land for this hand here. With the Celestus, I think we might keep it. It just suck having like those big guys in the hand. That's unfortunate, but I think it's still a keep here. We got Deserted Beach on turn 1 and Celestus on turn 3. So let's just see what the opponent's playing. Green. All right. I've seen a lot of that recently. No turn 1 Jesper Sentinel though. That's odd. They got the Ranger class on turn 2. Create that wolf token. We will go ahead and play Celestus on turn 3. So now we have 4 mana. If we get another land, we got 5 next turn, which is pretty good. It gives us Sanctuary Warden or Farewell a turn early. I'm kind of hoping they're playing creatures pretty quickly so that we can depopulate. Okay, an Old Growth Troll. We'll play our planes, and do we pass the turn and just take the hit here? This is going to become a land that they can get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 land next turn. Not really too many big 5 hitters in their deck that they can play. We might just want to depopulate now. You know, I'm just going to pass. I'm going to let Celestus do its thing. We're going to draw a card here, gain a life. We will take action, and it's a Fading Hope. I don't really mind having that in hand. Would I rather have that than the Farewell? I don't think so. I think our hand is fine without the Fading Hope. We'll just throw that down. Throw that into the graveyard and we'll see what they got here. Taking 6 isn't the end of the world. With decks like this, they're going to be playing more mid-rangey, kind of... That's annoying. Alright, we'll add a blue. Let it resolve, and we do get land as well, so that's pretty cool. And I say we just grab the island. Helps out with our little bit of ramp into our big boys. Haven't seen our Hullbreaker Horror much. Do we Memory Deluge? Is there a point to do it? I don't know. Yeah, I think we still wait. Doesn't really benefit us to do it now or later. We'll go ahead and swing in, and we will take 7 here. Unfortunate, but well, I guess we can Memory Deluge and hit a Fading Hope. Okay, we didn't. Fateful Absence. And we have a Sanctuary Warden. Do we want another? Do we want Deserted Beach and Sanctuary Warden? I think it's going to be these two. Guarantees us the Sanctuary Warden next turn, and yeah, so let's go ahead and play Deserted Beach. We'll go Sanctuary Warden, get it down, great blocker for the Old Growth Troll, and we will go ahead and remove that counter, drawing a card, and we find the Hullbreaker Horror. It's about time. We do only have 2 of them in the deck. You could probably throw 3 of them if you want to, but I think 2 works well. Gives you a good variety of things that you can draw into. They do Blizzard Brawl, that's fine. It just removes one of the counters. Will they do it again? I'm assuming so. Yeah, they got it again. All right, glad to get those out of the hand now. That's a lot of damage coming at our face. 7, 8, 9, 10. Go down to 2. If they can buff it in any way, we're screwed. I think that's the wrong choice. I think you gotta put it on the Old Growth Troll, but yeah, we'll take it. We have Farewell here. It will exile the Old Growth Troll. So I think we gotta do this. So it's gotta be, let's see, what's our graveyard looking like? Okay. It's really only the Memory Deluge and the Fading Hope that we can get back from a Lier. Let's see, what can they do? Nothing really crazy. So yeah, let's just go ahead and do enchantments and creatures. So that'll kind of clear their board. We go back to 0 and we will Skybridge Towers and pass the turn. So we can actually play Hullbreaker Horror on their turn, invoke the Ancients. Okay, we can depopulate that. No indestructible, which is awesome. I think we got to depopulate. Yeah, we'll definitely depopulate here. We can hold up a Dissipate, and then we'll play our Skybridge Towers, and then pass turn. So the opponent plays something, we are going to kill it. That's exactly what we want to do with control. It protects our life total, especially since we're so low. Not having the Faithful Mendings definitely, you know, takes off a couple thing of life. I should have countered that. I wasn't really paying attention. That was dumb of me. But yeah, like not having the fading or the Faithful Mending does stop us from gaining that little bit of life, but it's not really the end of the world. So we'll Sanctuary Warden here. We will go ahead and remove the counter. We create a good chump blocker for the cats or Azika's Chariot, and we will play our lands and say go. So if we did counter that Azika's Chariot, we probably could have played the Hullbreaker Horror on their turn instead. Definitely should have been thinking of that. I guess we have to Dissipate for Eliwick. I would, yeah, let's just go ahead and Dissipate that. It's exiled. I haven't seen Eliwick in a long time. It's just not like the best of cards. What else did they get down? Sculptor Winter. Alright, I think with their hand clear and we have a pretty solid board and a pretty solid hand, I think we're set to win this game. So let's go ahead and I think we attack in. Yeah, we have a Fading Hope, we have a Hullbreaker Horror in hand. I want them to swing in. We bring the Hullbreaker Horror out, kill the Azika's Chariot. So let's start doing some damage. The opponent will let us. Come on, Uncle Davi. Alright, we'll go and swing in. We will remove the shield counter. There's not really anything that they could Blizzard, Brawl, and kill. Go to blockers. Of course, you can't block anything. Damage. Down to 15. And of course, we'll just go ahead and pass it. They have 1, 2, 5, 10. Yep, so we'll go ahead and pass. Getting the Lier off the top as well just kind of seals the deal. Lier with Hullbreaker Horror is just disgusting. You can play a bunch of things from your graveyard. It's just amazing. All right, what was the top deck opponent? They could play a Titan of Industry here with the Sculptor of Winter. I think they're probably just going to crew and swing in, which is fine. That's what we like to see. Yep. You go ahead and attack. We let the copy resolve. And then before blocks, we got to flash out the Hullbreaker Horror. And with that, the opponent does say good game. And there we go. We get the win here. That was pretty sweet win. That's pretty much how the deck is supposed to play. A little bit of a misplay there with the Zika's Chariot not getting countered, but countering that Eliwick was just as fine. So pretty sweet in there. Chicken attack. Ooh, this is an interesting hand with land. With land, this would be a really good hand here. I think we do keep it. We got turn 1 Fading Hope. If we top deck a land, then we can play Deserted Beach on turn 3. A Hive and Shambling Ghast. Let's see. Do we want to just do Deserted Beach? I think we're going to draw into the land. Let's play our island and let's pass. Hello, my friend. How you doing? Oh, that's awesome. I love the sportsmanship. Gotta give him the guitar. I guess so. All right, so I'm guessing they got a Deadly Dispute here. This is probably a typical, you know, kind of sacrifice the creatures deck. So going on a 19, I'm guessing they just pass the turn. Yep, they got a Village Rites or a Deadly Dispute. If we try and Fading Hope, they'll probably use it now, create a treasure token. So let's just go to our turn and we get the land off the top. It's a slow one, but we'll play it and then just pass. Let them use their Deadly Dispute. All right, they got it. So that's 2 treasure tokens. They're playing red. That's a Goldspin Dragon next turn. That's crazy, man. Turn 3 Goldspin. So good. I really am going to miss Deadly Dispute, Shambling Ghast combo. When I'm creating these like rotation-proof decks, it's so sad to see all the cards that would go well with the combos that you just can't use because they're rotating out. So it's really unfortunate, but they will be missed. Hopefully, Dominaria United brings us some good cards. All right, we'll go ahead and Fading up the Tenacious Underdog on their end step. See what they got. Probably nothing crazy. It looks like it's going to be mono black, Invoke Despair, kind of mid-rangey. I'm guessing. Okay, they Deadly Dispute the Tenacious Underdog. Yeah, that's smart. Stops us from scrying and they get to draw some cards. We get a Disdainful Stroke. Play the Deserted Beach into Celestus. Sheesh, can't talk right now. Into Celestus. And I'll go ahead and pass turn. Alright, they don't want to blitz out the Tenacious Underdog. So we'll take 1, that's fine. Play the land. They play a Lolth. That's fine. They're going to create the 2 spider tokens here, which is perfect because we can Fading Hope 1 back to their hand and we get the land off the top. Perfect. So we can also Depopulate. Depopulate doesn't take care of Lolth, but it does take care of their board. I think we just go ahead and pass the turn. Let Celestus do its thing. So we'll say go. We will take action and it's another land. I don't really want to discard that just because we need land. Let's discard one of those Disdainful Strokes. Alrighty, what you got, opponent? Play us something big. Can't remember. Could we have countered the Lolth? I might have been thinking. I don't think so. I think we only had 1 mana up for the Fading Hope because we played the Celestus or something. Yeah, they draw a card. See if the Invoke Despair comes out soon. Yep, they got the mana for it. We can Disdainful Stroke it, which is awesome. Okay, it's gonna be Hive. No Fading Hope for that guy, unfortunately. So it's gonna exile probably Disdainful Stroke from our graveyard. It's a Fading Hope, okay. Sounds good. We will take all that damage. Go down to 13. My turn, and it's a Memory Deluge. So we'll play the land. I wish the Depopulate was instant speed. It'd be so darn good. Do we use it now? Kill the guys, goes up to 3. Can just do the spiders again, but Lolth dies. We would have enough to Disdainful Stroke. We could Celestus. I think Celestus is probably the best play. We'll do this. We hold up to Disdainful Stroke. We get to draw 2 cards here. Discarding probably the Dissipate. Yeah, we'll discard the Dissipate, I guess. Because that Lier is definitely better. Go to their turn, Celestus does its thing again, and we get a Wandering Emperor off the top. I like that. I have to discard the Memory Deluge. I think we do. We can just bring it back with the Lier or the flashback cost on its own. So I think we will discard that. All right, we're gonna have to fight for this victory. I have a feeling that they're definitely more on top here, and they do just go for the Hive, so they don't really have Invoke Despair yet. That'll be Memory Deluge gone down to 9. They have another Hive. All right. So we'll play our land. What's the benefits of playing Lier? Not much because of that Hive. We can definitely Wandering Emperor it if we want. 1, 2, 3 only holds up 3 mana for like a Disdainful Stroke. Do this, holds up 2 and a blocker. No blocker for Hive though. So I think they're just going the Hive route. I think we just gotta pass. Though we want the value for Celestus. We already played our land for the turn, so it won't really help us. So we gotta pass the turn here. We'll Wandering Emperor the Hive. Draw a card, lose a life. Cool. Tons of gas in hand. Tons of mana, tons of gas, all the goods. Probably bringing back the Tenacious Underdog here. Okay, they don't have the mana to do it. All right. Yep, so they swing in again. They are going to take probably Dissipate. Yep, they'll take the Dissipate. That is just fine. We'll flash out our Wandering Emperor. Use the minus ability to take out the Hive. Gain 2 life, go down to 8. Come on, give us a good top deck. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we could play a Hullbreaker Horror if we top deck it. That would be probably the most ideal draw here. I would take All-Seeing Arbiter as well. And it's a Syncopate. I don't really like that at all. 1, 2, 3, Celestus, leaving up 3, discarding the Syncopate, get a land. We have 4. Then we could Depopulate. Or we could play Lier. Yeah, there's just not much good stuff that I can get back. We could Fading Hope something, but that's really it. I think it's got to be Celestus. We got to kind of dig through our deck here. Let's hopefully find a land. Okay, we'll take action, and it's not a land. It's a Wandering Emperor. I'll take that. That means that we can -1 this one, creating a Samurai. Let's do that. Let's hold up to the Disdainful Stroke. Another chance to draw a card. It's going to be Fateful Absence. I don't mind that. I think I'd rather have that than... We got to keep the Depopulate. I think we got to discard this. Hold up the Wandering Emperor. It'll give us a chance to gain a little bit of life, exile something. Hopefully a Tenacious Underdog. It might just be dead here though. So they got lots of mana. They could still invoke Despair, but we have Disdainful Stroke. I'd be shocked if it wasn't, you know, if they don't have that in the stack. All right, the Tenacious Underdog Blitz. They can't pay for Hive anymore. We will probably block this guy if they swing in with that Tenacious. They do. So it's gonna be this, take 5. Yep, down to 5. Creature dies, Lolth gets a counter. Draw another card because of this guy. Meat Hook Massacre, yep, all the good stuff. Alright, we'd like a Farewell here. We'll take action. Sanctuary Warden's good too. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we could play Sanctuary Warden. That's actually really good. So you don't want to discard this. I had to just discard the Lier. I think we do. Okay, we get a land. So do we hold up Wandering Emperor for one of the Tenacious Underdogs? They could do both here if they have another land. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we have 8 mana. We could hold it to Disdainful Stroke as well. I think it's got to be Sanctuary Warden. This will create us 2 blockers we can block one of these guys with. We'll definitely remove the counter to draw, and it's just a land. All right, come on, give us something good to counter. We could counter Tenacious Underdog. It's just going to go back to the graveyard, though, which means that they can keep on blitzing it back. Kind of a crazy game. Invoke Despair. Okay, that is what we want to counter. Perfect. We've been waiting for that guy. So we finally countered the Invoke Despair at a great time. We don't lose any creatures here. Do they have another land to blitz back to Tenacious? They don't. Sweet. So I think that was huge that they didn't have that. This could be a big turning point in the game here. They have blockers for flyers. I don't think they'll swing in. They just kill their Lolth. Okay. I'm assuming swinging in. Yeah, just keep on being aggressive. So if they deal... No, they'll take one thing away anyway. I think we got a block, though. Unfortunately, we're going to lose the shield counter, but... So I think that what they could have done is actually killed this guy and took away the shield counter if they did it right. So we will go ahead and play the Deserted Beach. Would be a great time to depopulate. Probably shouldn't have blocked there. It's daytime, so Celestus isn't going to do anything. We could just hold up Skybridge and Wandering Emperor. But I think we might be dead next turn, so... We could Wandering Emperor. We could Wandering Emperor, put a counter on Sanctuary Warden, swing in just to get the card draw if we wanted to. Or we could just wipe the board right now because they're just going to block with the Eye Twitch, right? We could... Can we do it all? Can we Wandering Emperor, counter, remove the counter, Fading Hope, and then depopulate? We can. This is actually gonna be kind of cool. So we'll swing in with... Oh crap. Oh no, I did it. Bad timing. So we should have done this first. That was stupid. I guess this is fine though. Okay, they triple block, killing it. So we could Fading Hope or just kill all those guys. I think we still Fading Hope it. It's huge value to have in hand. So yeah, we'll let quote unquote damage be done. We'll go ahead and depopulate. So a little bit of a loss on value, but we'll hold up the Wandering Emperor for what they might have. Oh no. Oh, that's death. That is definitely death. Yeah, Meathook Massacre exists. That stupid ability, man. I always keep on forgetting about that. That was still a fun game. Well played opponent. A lot of things to think about there, and we just totally forgot about the Meathook. Could we have done anything about it? Maybe Wandering Emperor could have, you know, exiled one of the creatures, given us a little bit of life. I don't know. It wouldn't have really been much, but that was a good game still. That was still a good one. All right, you know what? This hand isn't terrible. We got Depopulate, Farewell, and All-Seeing Arbiter. We don't really want to see in the starting hand, but I see we keep it anyway. This isn't really useful until later on in the game. Let's just hope we get a good top deck and we're not up against aggro. That would suck. Green. Okay, that can be just as quick. I'm guessing this is going to be Rule. We'll play our island just so we can kill something just in case. And we'll go ahead and pass the turn. See what they got going on. And Sculptor Winter. Okay, I take it back. I think it's going to be mono green. Yep, Jesper, Sentinel. Yep, so they're doing all their fun stuff. Cool. Mono green ramp or something like that. Get a Syncopate, which isn't bad at all. We will just play the land and say go. Lots of stuff in our hand right now. Would love a land off the top. We are running 25 lands in the deck to hopefully give us more top decks of lands when we need it. So I'm not too worried about, you know, getting mana deprived. Ascendant Pack Leader. Can't counter that. So we'll go ahead and let that resolve. We got to keep in mind all the mana that they can also create from the Sentinel and the Sculptor Winter. But next turn we're probably just going to clear the board as long as we get the land off the top. All right, we'll take 4 here. No big deal. Down to 16, and it is a Fateful Absence off the top. I don't like seeing that at all. Would have loved the Depopulate. Well, yeah, nothing we can really do, so we'll just go ahead and pass. Hopefully they play something big next turn, and we can go ahead and counter it. I'm guessing there's going to be Titan of Industry in there. Maybe Cultivator Colossus. Oh, it's the typical, you know, mono green deck. Swinging in with 3 guys. Keeping Sculptor of Winter up for some reason. We'll just take the 4 again. Okay, they do their stuff, so they're gonna have 4 mana here. Hopefully we can counter it. Azika's Chariot, we will gladly counter that. So let that resolve. Azika's Chariot gets counted, and we get the Celestus off the top. Still just really slow here. What's up? Come on, we got 25 lands. Ranger class. We can't counter that, so that's got to resolve. Could be wolves, could be just like token creation, could have Jinny Fae in there, just a mono green Jinny Fae deck. That would be fun. But yeah, we're gonna have to take 7 here. If we don't get the land next turn, this is gonna be tough. Okay, we get Eiganjo. We're gonna have to play that for our land and Depopulate. Cool, and then pass. So that's a lot better here. Probably don't have any hasty guys with green. We might be able to get back in this game. Lair of the Hydra swinging in for 3. Yeah, that's pretty nice. We'll take action. And we get a Dissipate. We're gonna have to Fateful Absence the Lair of the Hydra if that's the route that they want to take here. I don't think we need the Syncopate. I think I'd rather have the Dissipate. So let's go ahead and throw that down, and we get the land. Cool. So we'll play the land here. We can All-Seeing Arbiter. It's a good blocker for the Lair of the Hydra, and we draw some cards. Hopefully they can't kill it. That might be the reason why. Yeah, I think we don't. We're definitely on the verge of dying here. So let's not play the All-Seeing Arbiter. Let's hold up our Fateful Absence and our Dissipate just in case. All we have to do is crew this guy, quote unquote crew this guy for 2. He'll actually be a 3/3. Yeah, he's got a +1/+1 counter. Oh, they only did it for 1. All right, if they go ahead and swing in, they put the counter on him, and then we will kill it. And they won't even have enough to do the clue here, and they lose a land. That was actually pretty huge. Do we want them to get another Ascendant Pack Leader? I don't think so. We have the Dissipate. Let's just go ahead and use it. And cool, so yeah, we can actually play the All-Seeing Arbiter next turn. We have a Fading Hope, so we'll go ahead and just get this guy down and say go. Actually, we gotta draw our 2 cards first. We want the Wandering Emperor, and I want the land. I don't really want the Farewell, to be honest. I mean, I guess I could get rid of this guy and the clue. This guy's not an artifact, right? No. We could take out the graveyards if we want. Yeah, I guess we want to keep it instead. So we'll get rid of the Fateful Absence, play our land, and now we have a Fading Hope, and we'll just go ahead and pass. I think we're doing a lot better here. We might be able to turn this game around. Okay, Ranger class becomes level 4. They can play stuff off the top now, and they just say go. Cool, we get another land. We'll go ahead and play that and attack. And just 2 more lands, and yeah, I think we'll just discard the normal planes. Cool, we'll go to damage, and they go down to 15. We'll hold up the Wandering Emperor and our Fading Hope and just pass. And we can do this on their turn. I guess since we didn't play anything, it would have become day, and then it would have become night, so it might have been better to do it there. Would have used 3, so yeah, we could have still played the Wandering Emperor. Maybe a little bit of a misplay there. I don't think it'll cost us too much, but we'll go ahead and do it now. Nope, not that. And it's activate only as a sorcery, so we have to do it on our turn. Okay. A little bit misread of the card. Do we want to flash out the Wandering Emperor? I don't think so. I think we just hold it up. Yeah, we'll go ahead and swing in first. All right, draw 2, we get a march. We'll discard the island. 2 damage. Cool, and then we will have it become day. So we still have 4 up now to play the Wandering Emperor, gain a life. We will draw a card. It's another Wandering Emperor. I'd rather have that than a Fading Hope, so we'll throw that down. And yeah, so you go. It'll become night since we didn't play anything. Celestus is so good. I'm glad I got to see it in the opponent's deck there in order to throw it in ours, because I think it is a great addition. It's almost a must in control for sure. Do we want the March of Otherworldly Light? I think we'd rather have it than the Fading Hope. So yeah, just say go. Werewolf Pack Leader. That's fine. Yeah, there's not really much that they can come back from a flyer. We can give it a counter next turn if we want to flash this guy out now. Lizard Brawl, so it's going to get +1, so we'll be able to kill it. So I think we flash out the Wandering Emperor, and we can put the counter on before it deals the damage. Gotta protect our flying boy. Probably have another Blizzard Brawl, actually. Description of Abundance. Okay, so it's going to die anyway. And the first strike doesn't help. All right, well, we lose the All-Seeing Arbiter. That's fine. We'll go ahead and draw a card here. I don't really want Eiganjo, so we'll discard that. And we'll go... So we could do creatures, artifacts. That would take away our artifact, though. Creatures, enchantments, and do we do graveyards? No, we have a Lier in hand. Your March of Otherworldly Light is just a 2. Yeah, we'll definitely have to do that. So let's go ahead and go Lier this turn. We'll hold up our March of Otherworldly Light. And all the other things, go ahead and tick down the Wandering Emperor. A good blocker just in case. And play our land. And I think we just passed the turn. Still doing all right here. I really love playing control. I know Jeff was never really a big fan of it. I mean, it's always fun to play control, but playing against it, I totally agree. It's just not fun. But it's just really good. So they will swing in, and it's going to get the counter. I don't really want that to happen. I think I'd rather march it now. It'll exile it, so it can't be, they can't Blizzard Brawl it. So we'll go ahead and do 2. And nothing from the hand. This guy. A for 3. So it should just get exiled. Yep, perfect. Awesome. So they don't get the card draw that they would normally get. I guess it's 1 at attack, so the counter would have it would have gotten the counter after it attacked. All right, we can't counter that, so that's got to resolve. We could Fading Hope one of the tokens here. I think we'll probably do that. I'm assuming that's just another Blizzard Brawl. All right. Opponent wasn't having it, so we go ahead and take a sweet win here. Awesome. Alrighty, I still like this hand. We got 3 mana. We just got to draw into 1 in order to use our Wandering Emperor. Sanctuary Warden, again, off the bat, not great, but we'll keep this. Could be worse. We've been on the play a lot with this deck. I feel like some decks do better at being on the play more often, just by like the type of cards you're playing. I think we go Skybridge Towers here. I'm betting they won't play something on turn 1 for us to Fading Hope. But okay, up against blue, Hallstorm Giants, another card that we're losing from control. Really good one in the late game. Hello, my friend. How you doing? Gotta give him the good old guitar solo. So good. I love Magic. I love these fun emotes. They're just definitely going in the right direction. All right, Azorius versus Azorius. We will see who the true Azorius master is. Play our Otawara and pass no land in 3 turns. That's crazy, man. 25 lands in the deck, and we can't find land, and we found the land. Cool. So we can't Wandering Emperor, but we have a Disdainful Stroke, we got a Fateful Absence, Fading Hope, lots of things to do here. It's a Reckoner Bankbuster. It's another great card that could go in this deck. I just figured we don't throw it in there. All right, yeah, let's go ahead and pass. So we're one away from a Sanctuary Warden. We gotta hopefully catch them when... we gotta catch them when they're tapped out. We can Skybridge Towers here to draw a card. I just don't know if that's really the most worth it. Yep, Joria Ruins. So it's definitely going to be control. And you can tap from the field, from the hall, from the Reckoner. Let's go ahead and get the value. Let's go ahead and sack the Skybridge Towers. I have a feeling it's going to be a while before we can Sanctuary Warden anyway safely. And they just say go. Probably the Memory Deluge here. Yeah, we'll just say go. Got another land in hand. And they Wandering Emperor. We say go and then say no, because I ain't letting that happen. We can still Fading Hope here, still lots of options, and they do Memory Deluge. Cool, so they're going to be tapped out on our turn. It'll be a great turn to play our Sanctuary Warden. If we kept the Skybridge Towers, I think we would have been able to play Sanctuary Warden and have enough to have a Fading Hope just in case. But if this dies, it's not a big deal anyway. Chances are it's just going to be a Fateful Absence in hand, if anything. Maybe a March of Otherworldly Light. Doomscar goes down. That's another great card that we're losing. All right, let's go ahead and play a Plains, and we will do Sanctuary Warden. They got one white mana up. Can't do anything with that. Cool. Comes in. We will remove a counter, and we will get our Citizen. So they could just hard cast a Doomscar. Just fine. Sanctuary Warden doesn't die. It brings him down to only 1 mana up. We have the upper hand in this game here. They could Fading Hope it. They can draw some cards here. Farewell. Yep. That's also what can happen. And they didn't exile Graveyard, so they probably have a Lier in there. All right, Deserted Beach. We have a Wandering Emperor. We could also Skybridge Towers. I think we do that on their turn, just say go. It's unfortunate for it to get exiled, but that is why this card is in our deck as well. Really good against Sanctuary Wardens, anything with shield counters. Definitely worth it. Yep, so they just say go too. We don't really want to flash out the Wandering Emperor. We hold up the counter spells. Could have done the Skybridge Towers, but again, I don't think we're losing that much value by not doing it. Memory Deluge for 4. I think that's fine. They have a lot of cards anyway, to where we don't really want to counter the draw spell. It's kind of a waste of our counter spells. And Thirst for Discovery. Right, Reckoner Bankbuster, cool. So it's kind of just like a 2-mana Celestus when you think of it. It doesn't have anything with day or night, but like a turn 2 Reckoner Bankbuster into a turn 3 Celestus would be a lot of value. Legion Angel. I don't really want you to get a bunch of angels. Let's see, they could counter it with a Saw It Coming. They could counter my Dissipate in a lot of ways. That's fine. We can just bounce it to your hand. They will get it from their sideboard. Another card that we're losing in control. Attackers, and we will try and Fading Hope it. We won't get the Scry, but see if they Reckoner Bankbuster. I think if they do, we can respond, but they should do it on our turn, right? So many cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Geez, so they got to discard 3 of those puppies. What do you got in there? Something good. March of Otherworldly Light, Legion Angel, and a Sunset Revelry. Alright, we get another land, so we'll desert a beach here. We would really love something better. But yet again, I think it's just gotta be pass. But they Reckoner Bankbuster, which would be a time to flash out the Wandering Emperor and get a Samurai. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I think we do it. We gotta start doing some damage to the opponent here. We'll go ahead and create a 2/2 Samurai. And we will pass the turn. They get a little chump blocker of their own. Nice. They can also crew the Reckoner Bankbuster too. That's pretty nice. Fateful Absence, destroying the Wandering Emperor. I actually don't mind having the clue. That is fine with me. I'm a pretty good clue player, so take it. Oh, this could be a long one. Reckoner Bankbuster, cool. I think we'll kill it. They could have a lot of good things here, so I don't know if it's really worth killing that guy. It's not worth returning it to hand. We just go no blocks. We'll take the 4, go down to 16. That's fine. And then we'll probably just crack the clue on their end step. See what we can draw off the top. What is it? 42 cards in deck. I have 42. They have 36. Jeez, they've been drawing so much more than I have. Restoration of Eiganjo, keeping up 5 mana in particular. It's a pretty good card. I'll let that resolve. They can return nothing from the graveyard unless they discard a card. Probably for a Reckoner Bankbuster. Okay, Reckoner Bankbuster. Let's crack the clue, see what we can get off the top. See if we get any good counterspell or something. Celestus, okay. Yeah, I'll let that resolve. And I think we bounce this token. So now they can't crew either of the Bankbusters. And we get a draw spell off the top. I'll keep it. And go to my turn. Alright, play our lands. We can do this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and enough for a Hullbreaker Horror on their turn if we want. Or we could just play the Celestus. Let's go ahead and swing in first. Down to 18 here, and to be honest, I think I want to try and hit a Hullbreaker off the top. I feel confident. We haven't seen it in a while. Yep, so they remove the counter. That's cool. Got 1 mana up, probably for a Fading Hope. And it looks like they'll do it. March of Otherworldly Light. Okay. That's fine. And yeah, let's just hold to our Hullbreaker plan. See what they got in their hand, if they can discard anything worth returning. It is just may discard, so they might just not do it at all. It is permanent card. Yeah, still nothing good. And what a game. It's always crazy playing control versus control. Okay, they could do land as well. I didn't think about that. That's pretty nice. Play a Field of Ruin. Cool, cool. And if our Thirst for Discovery into a Hullbreaker doesn't work, we could always Skybridge Towers as well. Okay, Legion Angel, so they're gonna have 2 in their hand, or 1 in their hand. They got 1, 2, 3, 4 mana up. They can't counter Hullbreaker anyway if we get it. So attackers. End step, we'll Thirst. And there's no Hullbreaker, really anything good off the top. We will just discard the land, and we will Skybridge Towers. Give us something good, deck. I have a feeling it's going to be an All-Seeing Arbiter. Just watch. It's not. It's a Fading Up. All right. Do we kill the Legion Angel? We could Fateful Absence it, give them a clue. I don't really want them to crew the Reckoner Bankbuster, so let's go ahead and kill it. It's a marathon. If you guys are still around, leave me a comment. I love to see like who sticks around, especially for these long ones. All right, really nothing great here. We'll play our Celestus. March of Otherworldly Light on their turn. We could depopulate. We could bounce it before they crew. It's day, so yeah. Let's go ahead and pass the turn and see what they got. One of us has to have something good eventually, right? I feel like the Magic Arena creators are just like, if there's a control matchup, don't give them anything to win the game. Alright, Restoration of Eiganjo does its thing. They get Architect of Restoration. Can create some spirits. They can double crew, deal 8 damage. They're definitely on top here. We could exile one of them and Fading Hope another if we really want to. They're going to try and crew it. I believe that's just going to happen anyway, even if we return this to hand. So let's let that happen. And then, yep, so they go to combat. We want March of Otherworldly Light for 4 on the Legion Angel. Not on the Legion Angel, we'll do it on the Reckoner Bankbuster. And it's just 2. That helps a lot more. So mid-0, we'll do the Reckoner Bankbuster. Okay, yep, so they crew it. That's smart. That's fine. And do we want to bounce it back to hand? I think taking 8 here is fine. So we'll take 8. They still got all their mana open. We've been doing stuff. They got 31 cards. Oh, total marathon, man. It's crazy. Just, where's their big stuff? They've been drawing so many cards. We've been drawing cards. We haven't even seen Sanctuary. We saw one Sanctuary Warden, right? No, we haven't. Haven't seen Sanctuary Warden. Okay, we did. Nico Artis. Okay. It looks like they tapped a certain amount of things. We could Disdainful Stroke that. Let's try. Then we can't Dissipate. Okay, they don't counter the counter. We didn't really want that to happen. Oh my goodness, this is crazy. Yep, so we could go to our turn. We could bounce the Bankbuster. We could bounce the Legion Angel here. There's even a reason to do so. Let's go ahead and bounce the Bankbuster so that if they try and play it again, it'll have Summoning Sickness and it'll land off the top. Glad to get that down. And another land that doesn't help us at all, but we'll go ahead and depopulate. They'll try and counter it, and we'll counter the counter. No. Alright, so we kill the creatures. We have the Celestus. If it's night, it becomes day. Otherwise, it becomes night. So yeah, we got to do this. We still have enough for a Dissipate. Gain a life, draw a card. It's a Eiganjo. We don't want that. Discard it and say go. Yep, they Wandering Emperor. Is there a reason to Dissipate that? Yeah. I think it has more value than probably most of what they can play. But I think it's winding down to us losing this one just because we don't have much good stuff. We haven't been drawing into really anything good. It hasn't been flipping day or night enough. We draw a card, we just discard it. Do we want to try and take the land off the top? Okay, it's a Dissipate. That's fine. I was hoping like if it was a Hullbreaker Horror and we took it off the top and discarded it, that would not be fun. All right, Legion Angel comes down. They get their last Legion Angel from the sideboard. We could farewell, remove all the graveyards and everything. Still a lot that can go on here. Restoration of Eiganjo, cool. All the stuffs. I think if we don't top deck anything good, yeah, it's just a land. So I think with that, we'll probably just take a game. And gotta give him the GG, and I think we'll just go ahead and concede with that. That was an insane game. Playing up against control, it's kind of a downside to playing control, is that when you're up against control, you know, it's just going to be a really long game. But that was still a fun one. I'm glad we were able to at least see one of those matchups there. All right, we got both colors, Wandering Emperor, Fading Hope, a little bit of early kill, and a sweeper. I think we got to keep this. Just let the 25 lands do its thing. If Arena was only good enough to let that be true. Up against green. Oh my goodness, I played against so many green decks. All right, we'll play our planes and pass. We get a Celestus off the top, which is good if we get a land. Sculptor of Winter, we will Fading Hope that guy. Scry, and it's a land, sweet. Nice deserted beach too, so we'll play that, Celestus, and pass. I like it. Doing well so far. It's such a cool pet too. Trisket Burglar. What a guy. Hide your Triskets. Ranger class. Cool. So we're gonna create the wolf. Is this just like a really popular deck? Or something? Did a big YouTuber play this? Not sure. Go to my turn, we get another land. Cool, so we're not missing out on any lands. We could Wandering Emperor here, but I think it's just going to be a pass. Yep, we let the Celestus do its thing. So good with control, because there's so many turns where we just don't play anything, so it's going to become night, and then its ability caters towards it staying night, so good. So glad we caught that. Opponent has something to play at instant speed. It's going to be Boseiju. So we're still going to get that ability. We can't Wandering Emperor here unless we want to do it before they go to combat. Okay, we'll let that resolve. We get a land anyway. Okay. So let's take action. We do get a land. We're going to grab the island. We have a lot of white stuff, but we have enough white, so we'll grab the island. We'll go ahead and draw a card, and it's another island. Do we want the land? I think we still discard it. And go to the opponent's draw step. Sculptor of Winter, cool. And we can Wandering Emperor. So we'll let them swing in here. They'll probably put the counter on the wolf. And then I think we do just exile the wolf. I guess it's not level 2 yet. Okay. Let's flash it out now. Let's create a samurai. All right, Thirst for Discovery, I like that. Do we want to do it now to get the land? What does that really open up? Not much. So we'll do this. Probably create another samurai. Yeah, let's just create another samurai, leave our guys up, and probably just Thirst for Discovery next turn. I'll probably upgrade this, become a 3. We'll chomp, kill 1, and keep our Wandering Emperor alive. Yeah, I guess we won't attack here. Go ahead and pass. We got our March of Otherworldly Light just in case. It'll be really good for an old growth troll. That's exactly what I was about to say. Exiles it instead, which is perfect because then they don't get the ability from it. It looks like they are going to Blizzard Brawl. So in response, we will do March of Otherworldly Light for 3, no cards, and exiling the old growth, so we won't lose a samurai here. Boom! Such a good card. Originally, I had only 4 of the card that kills and lets them investigate, but instead I threw in the March of Otherworldly Light, and I love it. It's perfect in the deck. Honestly, I'm fine double trading here. Clear their board. They're a creature deck, we're not. So we're doing fine. All right, Wandering Emperor, probably just tick it up. I don't think they'll have any way to kill it next turn. So we'll submit 0 here, and yeah, again, just no reason to do that on our turn, so we'll go ahead and pass. Becomes nighttime, would have been perfect with the Celestus if only we had that thing. Ah, stupid Boseiju, man. Such a good card. Alright, what's it going to be, opponent? So they can upgrade Ranger class only once here. They already played their land, I believe. They have another old growth troll. They can do that. I'm not sure. I just don't see why this deck is that great. I've seen so many people play it. Maybe it's just like a lower tier, like cheaper deck. Sculptor Winter, cool. Do we want to syncopate that? Let's go ahead and just thirst for discovery here, see if we can find something better. A Dissipate. Fateful Absence. Let's go ahead and discard the Syncopate. It's not going to really be that great in one of the Fateful Absences. And yep, let that resolve. Don't really want to kill it. It's only a 2/2. And yeah, we'll just go to my turn. Sanctuary Warden off the top. Sweet. Would have been great if we had a land, but we don't. Okay, so a couple kill spells, couple counter spells, and the Wandering Emperor. Let's go ahead and create a 2/2 Samurai, and I think we just go ahead and pass the turn here. We need a land off the top to start doing all of our creature stuff. 25 lands, I guess, just isn't enough. Okay, that's awesome, and that's why I say no, sir. And it feels so good to counter stuff, man. As long as you're on this side of the counter spell. Sweet. All right, go to attackers. They're probably gonna swing in. Yep, that's fine. We are totally okay. Ooh. I was gonna say that we trade, but they do get that counter, so we'll go ahead and kill it. No land off the top again. We'll tick up, give this guy the counter and first strike, swing in, bring him down to 17 and pass the turn. So we could do Skybridge Towers and sack it, but we want that land. Drawing a card's, you know, it's not really worth losing the land in order to do so. We're slowly dwindling their hand here, and yeah, we're definitely doing pretty well. Workshop War Chief, that's gonna get dissipated. Man, and there you go. The opponent is just not having it. It is so hard being a creature deck up against control, but that was a pretty sweet win there. I love that game. That was awesome. Alrighty guys, so there you have it. There was the Azorius Control Rotation Proof deck, and this deck was so much fun. I'm so glad that we get to keep Azorius Control in the standard because it is just such a beautiful deck. Blue-white, they're just like meant to go together. We won 3 out of the 5 games that we played today. There is a lot of potential for this deck to be better. Let me know what you guys saw that you might change with the deck itself. We did see some really good cards that other players were playing as well, like Reckoner Bankbuster. You know, there's Sunset Revelry. I don't think it's the best in this deck. But overall, I like to fine tune my decks to where I don't really feel like there's anything to change. But let me know what you guys think. Sometimes there's cards that I miss, and I would just love to hear what you have to say. If you guys did stick around to the end, you are the realist. Please leave a comment below letting me know that you did. It's awesome to see that people are willing to sit that long just to watch all the games. It's awesome. And yeah, that's just going to be it for today's video. And of course, if you guys did enjoy and you aren't yet, please consider subscribing because it helps out the channel. And I wouldn't want you guys to miss out on any more rotation proof decks before the upcoming standard rotation. All right, I'll see you in the next one. Peace out, guys.